Hey, welcome everybody. Tony Porter, Cards and Dice TV, the 1961 replay, the race for 61. So I'm kind of tracking the home runs hit through the classic APBA system using the vintage cards and the vintage boards and the vintage dice shaker. Having a blast doing this. Now it's really quite a challenge to get these teams together. For example, the Angels, I had to make about 12 XBs. They had a lot of players who had over 100 at bats. And then you have players who were traded, and I was able to grab those from a couple of teams. But I really don't know how anybody, it didn't matter to them, I guess. It wasn't a historical thing back then. But, the way I play it is that I relive history. And this is our fourth game of the season. Yanks are 3-0 so far. They beat the Athletics 9-1 in the last outing. And we're ready to roll here. Let's go over the lineups. It's going to be Eddie Yost, the third baseman, leading off for the Los Angeles Angels. 1961. You will see the classic cards and the classic boards and the classic dice shaker here, including the classic sacrifice booklet and the classic roster, which I made a copy of because otherwise it would just tear up and fall apart. Batting second is Aspermonti, the second baseman. Wagner, the right fielder. Batting third, batting fourth is Ted Klazewski, the first baseman. Fifth is Serve, the left fielder. Sixth is Hunt, the center fielder. Brickle, the shortstop. He was an extra player, XB. And Rice, the catcher. He was also an extra player. And then, of course, Gerba. Love this name, right? GRBA. Also known as Gerb. And he's a D pitcher, which is really the league average of runs allowed and average and all that. APBA had a very simple, straightforward system. And for the Yankees here in the Bronx, it's going to be Richardson, the second baseman. Lopez in left field, batting second. Batting third is Yogi Berra, the catcher. Cleanup is Mickey Mantle, the Mick, in center field. Batting fifth is Roger Maris, who's really hasn't hit a home run yet. Mick has 2, and Skowron has 3. Skowron is batting sixth at first base. Batting seventh is Tony Kubek, the shortstop. Eighth is Clete Boyer, the third baseman, and ninth is Art Ditmar. He's a C pitcher, so we got a D against a C. Let's see what happens. Let's start rolling. As you know, APBA can play super fast. You get those 10-second innings. Once you memorize the first couple of bases empty and then run around first boards, it can go super duper fast. That's a 65, and that's a fly ball left field. Lopez out there, and he makes the catch, 1 down. Here's Ken Aspermonti. That's foul back. A souvenir for a lucky fan. And that's a 66, and that's going to be a 0. So he gets into one and drives one into left center field. Let's see what's going to happen here. It's going to bounce one hop off the wall, and digging for second base is Aspermonti, and he's in there with a 1-out double. And he, of course, is a scan from his card with, I think he played with, I had it written down here. Aspermonti played with Cleveland. So I went to Cleveland and just scanned his card, and I put his original card back with Cleveland. Now, the original cards are protected here, and I always share what I use to protect them. I use these card sleeves for baseball card sleeves. That works perfectly. And here's Leon Wagner, or Wag, with a runner at second base. So it's a double for Aspermonti. Got into one and drove it. One hop. I don't even know if there's a wall out there at Yankee Stadium. Got to look at the design of Yankee Stadium. I'm not an expert in 61, but I will learn it slowly but surely. A lot of guys are helping me, guiding me through this odyssey. And that's going to be a 25 with a runner on second base. We're looking at the classic board. Remember these from when we were kids? Sure. And the Yankees are fielding column. Did not add it up. 17, 20, 26. No, that's a 10. That's 17, 20. 26, 34, 39, 40. Almost. So if they had a pitcher who was a 2, he'd have a 1, and they're going to be a number 2 fielding. And what do we say it was? It was a 25 with a runner on second. That line drive caught by the shortstop, whoops into the second baseman, and it's going to be Kubek to Richardson, and they get a double play. 6-6-4. Wow. Never had that happen in any of the other games that I play, but has it happened? That's pretty nuts. 664. Interesting. All right. Bobby Richardson leading off the bottom of the first inning. Let's get that out there. Is that anywhere here? No. Oh yeah, here it is. Line drive 6-4. Double. All right. Here's Bobby Richardson leading off, and what is he batting? He's batting. You can see that at the bottom of your screen on the left. He's batting .333. That's a snake eyes. That's ripped to left field for a base hit. So he's on with a single. Bobby Richardson. Again, he is, for the Yankees, since I'm using them all the time and I don't want to use up all my sleeves, I just scan that whole team because I'm replaying the Yankees. So I'll scan the team that I'm replaying, but I'm just not going to do that for every team. It's just too much trouble. And I like to see the blue in the back. I like to see that. It's really nice. So here's Hector Lopez. And that's a 65, a 31. That's a fly ball, center field. Out there is Hunt, and Hunt puts it away. One away now. Here's Yogi Berra. And it's a 63, and that'll be a 35 with a runner on first. And that's a pop-up and foul ground behind the plate, and that's near the seating area there. And right there is the catcher, Rice. And he makes the catch. That's 2 down. Mickey, now this is the first game of a doubleheader today. In the second game, we're going to have Garber versus Turley. This is Gerba versus Ditmar, Art Ditmar for the Yankees. Here's Mickey Mantle. He's got a couple of home runs so far. And that's going to be a 35, a 9, and a 9 with a runner on first base is going to be single, beats out infield hit. So a little slow ground ball to the third baseman. Yost comes in hard and barehands it and bobbles it, and they're going to give him a hit. The scorekeeper here at Yankee Stadium is a friend of Mantle. They go drinking buddies, and he's going to get a base hit. Runners on first and second with 2 outs. Here comes a lefty hitting Roger Maris. We're waiting for him. He's got a power card, man. He's got a one. If you know APBA, it's a 1116, and you don't see those very often. Unless it's like some part-time guy that has a one all over the place. It's very unusual to see a 1116, but he did hit 61 home runs. Here's a pitch, and that is a 56, which is a swing and a miss, and it struck him out. That retires the side. So no runs, 2 hits. Yanks leave a couple, and we go to the top of the second inning. All right, leading off is Ted Klazewski. He's got a 156, and that's going to be a 46, and that is a ground ball right back to the mound, fielded by the pitcher Ditmar, and he throws out Klazewski. 1 down, 1-3, and a 62, and that'll be a fly ball over to Lopez near the line, and that's 2 outs. Hector Lopez playing left field for the Yankees. In the outfield, we got Mantle in center and Maris in right. Ken Hunt. Not Ron Hunt, but Ken Hunt. And that's a 36, which will be a 36. What is that? A 33, and that's a pop-up, I believe, second base. And yes, it is. Popped up, middle of the infield. Backing up is Richardson, and he makes the catch to retire the side. No runs, no hits. And we move to the bottom of the second inning. Here's Moose Skowron. Skowron has a couple, 3 home runs so far in 3 games, 1 home run a game. I remember Strawberry hit 11 in 12 games. Never forget that. That was nuts. That's going to be a 62. A swing and a miss, chases a curveball in the dirt, and Skowron is not happy with himself. That's a strikeout, 1 away. Here's Tony Kubek, a left-handed hitter. And a 12 is going to be a ground ball to the second baseman. Aspermonti over to first. Klazewski. 2 down. And here's Clete Boyer. Clete Boyer with a 33, and that is line base hit to left field. Played on a hop by Serve out there and left. It's a 2-out single for Clete Boyer. And here comes a pitcher, Ditmar. Ditmar, 61, and that's a 36, I believe. That's going to be a wild pitch. And yes, it is. Right at second base, so now he's in scoring position. So a wild pitch against Gerba. And here's the pitch to Ditmar again. That's going to be a snake, guys, and that's line base hit. This is going to score a run. I don't think he's slow, and he is not. So he's going to come around to score an 8. And the Yanks lead at 1-0. RBI for the pitcher. And I know that Gerba is not happy with that outcome. Hate when you give up a hit to a pitcher, and plus when you give up you put the runner at first in scoring position, then you give up a hit to a pitcher. I did roll an 11, a snake eye, so. All right. So Ditmar singles him home, and here's Richardson. A 12, that's going to be hard hit ground ball. Fielder's choice, 4-6 to end the inning. So the Yankees pick up 1 on 2 hits, and they lead at 1-0. Top of the inning is extra player. I kept the extra player with their corners, and I kept the extra players with sharp edges. Like I didn't smooth out the corners, and I also left them in black, kind of the way they did it. I think it's 64 when they start coming out with the XBs. 61, 62, 63 didn't have any XBs. And here's Brickle, 53, and that's a ground ball to short and bobbled by Kubek, and that's going to be an E6. So Brickle is on. Del Rice. Pitch, and it's a 12, and that's hard hit. Tailor-made. Richardson to Kubek. Over to Skowron. 4-6-3 double play. They turn it. 2 out. It's 2 double plays so far. Now, most teams did not, turn more than 1 double play in a game. Usually it's 3/4 of a double play. In other words, if they played 162 games, they're usually about 140 double plays, generally speaking. I don't know. I didn't look at this era, but I know in for example, 71 era, or 67, I think I looked at. Here's Gerba. He's got a good hitter's card. He's got a 1-66. Here's a pitch, and a 52 is going to be bounced to third. Clete Boyer with a strong arm, strong, accurate throw to first, and that retires the side. So no runs, no hits. And they leave nobody with a double play. And it's going to be Hector Lopez leading off. He's a right-handed hitter. Pitch from Gerba, and that's a 26 and a fly ball right field. Over is Wagner, drifts under it and makes the catch, 1 down. Now I was listening to, there's a difference in the announcers from the 50s and 60s to the 70s, and especially there's a difference between Midwest announcers and East Coast announcers and West Coast announcers. Kind of interesting, the approach to the game. I was listening to Mel Allen in 1949, I think it was, and he would speed up his voice as the play was going on. So, like, that's line to right field, it's off the wall, and played by Wagner. Wagner's going to make a throw to second base, and here's the slide, here's the tag. And in other words, whereas in the 70s, in the mid to late 70s, and then beyond that, you get a much more laid-back approach. That's a drive in the gap, and he plays it off the wall, and he's trying for 2, and here's the throw. A kind of more laid back, more jaded, more relaxed approach versus the speeding up the voice, the tempo. And it's kind of funny when you listen to it. Here's Yogi Berra, and that's a 55, and that's line base hit, center field for Yogi Berra. Rips one to center, and Yogi's batting 200, so that'll help his average. Next is Mickey Mantle, the Mick. Now Mick's got a good card. He's got a 1155. That's a little bit less than a 111, right? but he still got a powerful card. I don't remember how many home runs he hit. I know he hit a bunch of them. And here's the pitch, and that's a 61, a swing and a miss, and he strikes out. Chases a high fastball. 2 out. It's 1-0 Yanks. We're in the bottom of the third. Roger Maris, here's a pitch, and that's a 23, and that is bounced to short. And they'll throw out Maris to retire to the side. No runs. 1 hit, 1 left. We go to the top of the 4th inning. Let's talk about our sponsors. Hey, for the taste that you like, light up a Lucky Strike. Yes, sirree. They taste better, and it's toasted to taste better. And also, don't forget, come to where the flavor is. Come to Marlboro Country. And another one of our sponsors, Pabst Blue Ribbon Beer. Recapture the flavor of a great time. Brewed slow and natural for that good old-time flavor. Remember to ask for the original Pabst Blue Ribbon. Top of the 4th, and it's Eddie Yost. Gotta get a couple more advertisers. 64, and that's a swing and a miss, and he strikes out. It's a check swing. They ask the first base umpire, and he rings him up, and Yost is not happy with that call. 1 down here in the top of the 4th. And it's a 52, and that is a slow ground ball to Boyer. He charges, barehands it, fires the first in the dirt, scooped out by Skowron. Nice play by the first baseman. It was 5-3, and Boyer's showing off the glove. He retires Aspermonti. It was a little check swing, dribbler to the third baseman, but Boyer was on it. And came like a freight train down the line. Picked it up barehanded, fired over to Skowron, and Skowron was able to scoop it out of a short hop. And here's Wagner. It's Leon Wagner, Chattanooga, Tennessee, with a 43, and it's bounced right back to the mound. Ditmar with an easy play. And that retires the side. No runs, no hits, nobody left, and we move to the bottom of the 4th inning. That was one of those quick innings, those APBA quick innings. Here's Moose Skowron leading off the bottom of the 4th, and a 16, and that'll be a 12. I don't have that memorized. It's going to be a ground ball. No, it's going to be a ground ball first base to Klazewski. Klazewski steps on the bag ahead of Skowron, but doesn't run that well. He's an S. Here's Tony Kubek with a 24, and that is a fly ball. Hunt under it, 2 down. And here's Spike Cletus Leroy from Cosville, Missouri. Here's a pitch. 63, and that is popped up behind the plate. Rice. He's there, and that retires the side. So a foul out to the catcher. And we go to the top of the 5th inning. So this game is moving right along. Here's Ted Klazewski leading off the top of the 5th inning. It's 1-0 Yanks with a 14, and that'll be a fly to Lopez in left center field. It's Mantle and Lopez takes it. Lopez is saying something to Mantle, and Mantle is saying no comprende. Hector Lopez. Hector Lopez is from Panama. All right, 1 away. Here's serve. Bob serve with a 34, and that is driven into, let's see, is he lefty or righty? Left center field, and Mantle on the run, and Mantle comes up with it. He got a good jump on that ball. Serve. Put some muscle into that ball and drove it into left center field. But Mantle turned on the jets and tracked it down. He can play the outfield, that's for sure. He's got a 3 out there. APBA gave him the highest rating possible. And here's Kenny Hunt, the pitch, and that's a 63, and that's a pop-up again behind the plate. Catcher Berra throws his mask away, makes the catch, and that retires the side. That's an FO2, and let me double check that. Yep, foul out to the catcher, every 35. So APBA does have a lot of the same results. Yanks. Oh, let me back up because I missed one. I missed another fly. I had 2 flyouts to center. Oh, hold on. I had 2 flyouts to center, and then I had the foul out to the catcher by Hunt. All right. No runs, no hits, nobody left. We go to the bottom of the 5th. Pitcher leading off, Ditmar. Ditmar has a single, and he's going to strike out here, I believe. 46, and no. It's a ball hit right back to Gerba. Feels it, throws over to first, 1 away. Top of the order now, Richardson. He's 1 for 2. Richardson's batting .353, 17 at bats. Remember, this is the 4th game of the season. 14, and that's lifted to serve and left, and he's under it. 2 down. Hector Lopez, 35, and that is a 40. 40 is it's like a foul strike or something. Yeah, foul ball. A W would walk him. It's another pitch, and that's a 35, and again, that's a foul strike, I believe. So 0-2 the count on Lopez. And again, a 36, and this is be a pop-up second baseman calling for it, Aspermonti. And that retires the side. 3 up and 3 down. We'll go to the top of the 6th inning. I skipped dinner tonight. I wasn't hungry at all. I don't know why. It's weird. Here's Brickle with a 34, and that's a drive to center field, and Mantle on the run, and he backs up on the warning track and hauls it in. So Mickey Mantle doing the job out there for the Yanks. Here's Del Rice with a 43, and that's a little check swing right back to the mound, and Ditmar picks it up and over to first, 2 down. Now here's a pitcher, Gerba, with a 33, and that's line base hit for Gerba. So both pitchers have a single today. 2-out single for Gerba, and he's on at first, and here's the top of the order. It's going to be Eddie Yost. How's Eddie Yost's card look? Double column, those boring double columns, but he has some homers. He's got homers at the key numbers, 51s and 31s and 35 and 42. He's got all those 15, 25. So he's got homers, but he's only got 1 0, and that's on the 66. So he doesn't get the 0 at 11. This is an actual 61 card. He's from Brooklyn, New York, 5'10", weighs 170. Eddie Yost. Here's a pitch from Ditmar, and that's a 45, and that's ball 4. So the go-ahead run is on at first here. They walk Eddie Yost, and that's going to bring up Aspermonti. So I don't know what he batted, but he does not have a great card at all. He doesn't have any. Well, he has a 7 at 33, a 0 at 11. So he needs a. He already went. Oh, he went 5 innings of shutout ball. That means his. No, he needs 6 because Ditmar's a C. So I'm playing the optional advanced rule. So a C goes to B. If he completes this inning, he's got 1 more out to go. He will become a B. So there's 2 on, 2 out here in the top of the 6th inning. Batting is Kenneth Aspermonti from Brooklyn, New York. Playing second base. I know for the Mets he played third base. And here's a pitch from Ditmar. Oh boy, that's going to be a drive. Gets a hold of one there. Down the line, is it going to stay fair? And it's going to be into the corner. And this game is going to be tied. What is Yost? If Yost is fat, well, 2 outs, it's going to come around to score. I believe first and second with 2 outs. Runner will come around to score. And double left center, runners score. S, but there's no S. Yost is not S, so he will come around to score. And the Angels have taken the lead on a 2-run double by Ken Aspermonti. Pull one down the line, and it stayed fair into the corner, and Lopez played it. But by that time, Aspermonti was standing at second base, and 2 runs came in. And he drove in 9 and 1, so we're going to give him 2 RBIs just like that. So out to talk to Ditmar is Yogi Berra. And Ditmar bats lefty. Wagner bats lefty, Ditmar's righty. But we definitely want to face Wagner rather than face Klazewski, although Wagner has a pretty good card. Look at that. 1 at 66, a 5 at 11 and 33. Yikes. So he's got some power. Here's a pitch, and that's a 32, a 28, bounce to that's a 28, right? No, a 26, bounce to second base. Let me just double check that with a runner at second. Yep, bounce to second. Richardson over to Skowron, and that'll end the inning. But 2 runs come in on 2 hits. Big 2-run double for Ken Aspermonti. And this is probably Aspermonti's rookie season or early season, because I know in the early 70s he plays with the Mets. So Yogi Berra leading off here. Still Gerba. Gerba's the one of their 4 main guys, right? The Angels have McBride, Gerba, Boesfield, and Duran. Oh, and Donahue. But then I had to look, and then they only have 2 relievers. I had to add a bunch of pitchers. Some guys, a lot of guys had like a bunch of starts. So I really don't know, you know. APBA just produced 20 cards per, which I don't see how you can play that like that. But that's just me. Berra, I didn't mind when I was a kid. I was fine with it, 22. But even as a kid, I remember because I would look at the teams and I'd say, hey, there's missing players, and then they'd send you that other little sheet where it had the extra players, and I'd say, oh yeah, gotta get that. And I was even ordering that as a kid. I knew you needed that. 23, and that's going to be bounced to short. Gobbled up by Brickle over to first. 1 down. 6-3. They get Berra to bounce out to the shortstop. 1 down. Here's Mickey Mantle. It's 2-1 now. Los Angeles here in the bottom of the 6th inning. Mickey Mantle with a 52, and that is bounced to third. Charged by Yost. Fires to first in time. On target to Klazewski. 2 down. And a lefty Maris with a 51 and a 9, and that's going to be a check swing, and that's going to drop in for a base hit. So Maris picks up a hit. He's batting .250. That'll go up. Maris is on at first with a 9. Gerba's a D, and he's not going to get any because he gave up a run here. So he's not going to get any boost. Neither will Ditmar now. Now he gave up a couple of runs in that 6th inning. He needed 1 more out to become a B, but he lost that chance. So it's a 2-out single, check swing, Texas League style single, and that's going to bring in Moose Skowron. Moose Skowron has got power. He's got 3 home runs in 3 games, so he started the season hot. Caliente. That's the name of the Harley dealer here. All right, here's a pitch to Skowron. That's a 31, and that is a check swing. Roller to third. Yost won't have a play, and that's going to be an infield hit for Moose Skowron, who doesn't run well, but there was just no chance. Yost was playing way back. You know, Skowron has a lot of power, and that ball, nobody could get it. By the time Yost got to it, even the slow-footed Skowron was already past the bag. All right, here's Kubek. Tony Kubek, left-handed hitter, against the righty Gerba. And it's 2 out, 2 on. Here's a pitch, and that's a 54. It's lifted to Wagner in right field, and he drifts under it, makes the catch, and that retires the side. But Kubek flies out to right to end the inning, go to the top of the 7th. 2-1. That's no runs, 2 hits, 2 left, and top of the 7th, we're going to see Klazewski serve and hunt. There's a pitch, and a 64 will be a swing and a miss. Struck him out. Klazewski swinging for the fences. 1 away. Here's Bob Serve. Bob Serve also plays with the Yankees. Gets traded to the Yankees eventually, and he slow bouncer to Richardson. Picks it up and fires the first, and just got served by half a step. So it's a K and then a 4-3. Next is Ken Hunt. Pitch to Ken Hunt with a 25, and that is a bouncer up the middle and through into center field with a 2-out single. So Hunt, who's batting 133, will raise that a little bit. It's Replay Baseball is the one that's keeping my stats for me, so they play all the other games. I just play the ones I want. But I'm playing all the Yankee games. So here's Brickle, because I want to kind of follow along and do that 61 thing. I know it's been done many, many times, but just a reason to play these cards, the 61 cards and the old boards. And so here's Brickle with 1 on and 2 out. And that's going to be a 61, which is bounced to short. And Richardson, no, that's Kubek will go to Richardson, and that'll end the inning. Fielder's choice. No runs, 1 hit, 1 left. And we go to the bottom of the 7th inning stretch. So get up and go to those concessions. Remember, grab yourself a pack of Marlboro. Come to where the flavor is. Come to Marlboro country and grab yourself a Pabst Blue Ribbon. Recapture the flavor of the great time, brewed slow and natural for that good old time flavor. And here's Clete Boyer leading off the bottom of the 7th inning. Yankees are trailing 2-1. They're undefeated so far in the 61 season. And that's going to be a snake eye, so that's going to be a drive. Gets a hold of one. Into left center field, 25, and that's going to be carrying. That's out of here. Home run, Ken Boyer. Game is tied. First home run of the year for Kenny Boyer. Solo shot to left center field. And here's a pitcher, Ditmar, keeping him in with a 45, and that is a 20. No, with ball 4. Takes ball 4, and Gerba is not happy. That's a homer by Boyer, and now a walk to the pitcher. Yikes! And we're gonna have to go to the. That's gonna be it for Gerba. I can't see anything different here. So let's see what we got. We got Morgan. Morgan. This is a close game, so we're gonna bring in Morgan. So Morgan is their ace. These are all I had to make a lot of. Look at all the extra players I had to make because they didn't have anybody. 20 players wasn't enough. This team used a lot of players. There's Morgan. He's an A. I'm the easy name to pronounce. He's an A and a Z. That makes a big difference. So I don't touch the pitchers, so I don't really need to sleeve them. And as you see, I don't hold the cards in my hand either. My son, when he plays, he holds the card and crushes the cards. You know, he's got strong hands and just crushes them. And I go, "What are you doing to my cards?" Here's Richardson, runner on first, and Richardson's going to square. We're going to use that classic-looking. The difference between the early '60s is that it's tape. It's like a linen tape, and adhesive linen tape. We're going to. Let's roll and let's see. So Richardson's going to square Morgan with the pitch, and that's a 16 on Richardson. That's a 12, and a 12 will be bunts it to the third baseman Yost. He's going to go to second to Brickle at second base, and they're going to get the force 5, 6, and on at first is Richardson. So 1 out. 5, 6 here. Let's do that. There it is. And now it's going to bring up Hector Lopez. Lopez is 0 for 3. He's batting 167. Morgan is a righty. Here's a pitch, and that's a 13, and that'll be ball 2. It doesn't walk him directly. That's because Morgan's got a Z. Tom Morgan, also known as the Plowboy. So APBA has some funny nicknames. We're in the bottom of the 7th, scores 2-2. Yanks got a runner on first with 1 out. Kenny Boyer or Clete Boyer just tied up the game with a home run. Here's Hector Lopez, and that's a 64. Struck him out. Chases a ball in the dirt. Lopez is angry with himself, and he's in a little bit of a slump, batting 167. That's going to go down now. So 2 out now, and here comes Yogi Berra. Yogi Berra has a nice card as well. He's got a 155. It's a pitch from Morgan. Remember, Morgan's an A. That's a 41, and that's bounced to short. Easy play for Brickle. He'll step on the bag. And that'll be a 6U, fielder's choice. And that retires the side. Let's see if we got a 6U. There it is. All right, we go to top of the 8th inning. Who's leading off? Rice is leading off. And, oh, we got to do, hold on a second. Okay, top of the 8th inning. That was 1 run for the Yanks on 1 hit, that home run by Clete Boyer. And the Yanks have tied it up at 2 apiece. Go to top of the 8th, it's going to be the bottom of the order. Del Rice leading it off. Del Rice has got a 156, so he's got a power number there at 66. You can get a hold of one here and drive it. Let's finish off that fielder's choice. It was 5-6. I had to go back. Hold on a second. It was 5-6, then a K, then a 6U. All right, here's a pitch from Yankees. Still have Ditmar in there, but if he gets into trouble, we're going to pull him quickly. Pitch to Rice. That's a 33, and that is a drive down the line and into the left field corner. Lopez plays it off the wall. There's going to be a play at second base. Rice is trying to stretch it into a double, and here's the tag by Richardson, and he is safe with a double, leadoff double for Del Rice. Slow catcher, but got a double out of it. And we're going to bring in a pinch runner here. Let's see who I got there. Do I got that guy Becker? I don't know if I got Becker. May not have him. I don't know. That's a good question. I got Leak. I went through the roster and I pulled all the guys that actually had, pitched for a while. Pitched 30 innings, 40 innings. Guys who had 100 at-bats, 80 at-bats. I got all those. I don't think I have this guy, Becker. I think he's probably a guy that just had a few handful of at-bats, so I didn't bring him. I didn't create him. Who else do I got? I got Bridges. Bridges is, he's got good speed. He's Rocky Bridges, second baseman. So we're going to bring him to pinch run for Rice. So Rice will be done. And put a little X and put Bridges, pinch runner, X. All right. So now it's going to be, we're going to ask, it's Pearson who came in on a double switch. Pearson's up. So top of the 8th, and that's going to be it for Ditmar. We're bringing in a relief pitcher, and we're going to bring in Arroyo again. Yo-Yo Arroyo. He's our main guy. Bring him in the close games. And this qualifies as a close game. Yo-Yo Arroyo, there he is. So he'll replace Ditmar. So Ditmar is finally out of the game. And Yo-Yo Arroyo is going to be an A and a Y. Alright, so he'll be facing Pearson, and it's lefty on lefty, but Pearson's going to bunt. So we're going to grab our booklet. Here's a booklet. Let's see what happens. It's a 55. That'll be an 8. Probably a good bunt, and it's bunted to the pitcher. He'll have one play, and that's the first. Oh, I got to look at runner on second. Hold on. Runner on second with an 8. And that's going to be a fielder's choice. The play for the runner at third fails. Ouch. That's not good. Now it's first and second with nobody out. First and third, nobody out. Yanks going to be forced to play the infield in. Yes, sir. Yanks are forced to play the infield in. It's going to be a fielder's choice. Let's do that. Here it is. Safe at third, safe at first. Everybody's safe. And now Eddie Yost is up. Oh, wait a second. 55 was a 9. No, it was an 8. Okay, I'm good. So here's Eddie Yost now. And Yankees with runners on first and third are going to have to bring the infield in here in the top of the 8th. See what happens. Here's a pitch, and that's going to be a 42 and a 39. Yikes. What is that? First and third. APBA has these weird situations. Fielding column 2, 39, and that's going to be runner on third out, 2 to 5, so he's picked off. Double steal, fails. Oh boy. So Berra whips it down. Bridges strays too far off the bag at third, and Berra whips it down to Boyer, and Boyer back to Berra, Berra back to Boyer, and it's a 2-5, 2-5, 2-5, 2-5, and they get him. And moving to second base is Pearson. So let's see how we do that. That's going to be a tricky one. I don't know. Sometimes there's certain things you can't even do. So wow. Okay. Actually, you know what we're going to do? We're going to just give him stolen bases. That's what we're going to do. We're going to give him a stolen. He's out at third. Picked off by the cat. Picked off at third. And then it's a stolen. I guess it's a stolen base. At second base. I don't think officially it's a stolen base, but that's all I could do for now. So he's on second. I'll just right here. It's a throw. So Pearson's on his second. Yost is still up. And there's one out now with the go-ahead run at second base. And here's a pitch to Eddie Yost from Yo-Yo Arroyo. Luis Arroyo, lefty. That's a 55 and a 9, but against an 8 pitcher with a runner on second. Don't know what that means. And that's going to be a ground ball shortstop. And let's see what happens there. Same shortstop. 6-3. What does same mean? Out at first, runner to third. Okay, same, I guess. So it's in the hole, and Kubek long throw to first in time. So runner will advance to third base. So 2 outs now. And here comes Aspermonti, who's really driven in both runs for the Los Angeles Angels in that 6th inning with a 2-run, 2-out double. Big double for Aspermonti, and he's up again here. So the go-ahead run is at third base and Pearson. And Arroyo checks in with Berra for the sign. Doesn't like it, shakes him off. Now he's ready, and he sets and deals. And that's going to be a 13, and that is ball 4. So he walks Aspermonti. And that puts runners on first and third here in the top of the 8th. And now it's going to be Leon Wagner, another lefty. Not that that matters, but all right for that. But first and third now. 2 outs, top of the 8th. Score is tied at 2 apiece. And here's Leon Wagner. Here's the pitch from Yo-Yo Arroyo. That's going to be a 55 and an 8 with runners on first and third. And that's going to be a fly ball down the line, right field. Will Maris get there? Yes! Maris makes the catch. And that retires the side. Yikes. So no runs, 1 hit, 2 left. And the Yanks just get themselves out of it by the skin of their teeth. And we go to the bottom of the 8th. Tom Morgan is going to be facing Mickey Mantle. We need a catcher. It's going to be Sandowski coming in. He'll be the catcher. Let's put him in here. Okay, he's a new catcher. Not a very good catcher, so I don't have to worry about it. He's not going to make a big difference here. But we can actually sleeve him up. So this is a heck of a game. We're in the bottom of the 8th. It's all tied at 2. Here's Sandowski. He's a 6th catcher. This team lost 90 games, so they're not a really good team. We're going to protect. Trying to fix. I'm getting new envelopes for this set. I'm also trying to fix the box because the old envelopes are all torn and beat up. So here's Sandowski. He'll be batting down here somewhere. There he is. Okay. So leading off is Mantle. This is the guy you want to lead off, right? Against A. Morgan. Here's a pitch, and that's a 35, and that is a 9. But against an A pitcher, I believe it's going to be something. It's going to be a strikeout. So he strikes out Mantle with a curveball. Mantle must have been out drinking last night. Here's Roger Maris from Hibbing, Minnesota. He's due for a home run. It'd be nice if he hits one here. All right, here's the pitch from Morgan. Oh, and that's going to be a ball four. Walks him. So Maris is F. Oh, I didn't know Maris was fast. 61 he is. Maris is on at first, and here's Mick. Here's Moose Skowron. Got a lot of power. He's got 3 home runs so far in 3 games. This is the 4th Yankee game here in the 61 season. The bottom of the 8th. 2-2. Maris on first, and here's Skowron. Here's a pitch from Morgan, and that's going to be a 16, which is a 12, and that's going to be a ground ball to second base. Flips to shortstop. Throw to first. Not in time. Skowron hustles and beats it out. It's a 4-6 fielder's choice. 2 out. Here comes Tony Kubek. He's 0 for 3 today. He grounded out, flied out twice. He bats from the left side against the righty Morgan. And here's a pitch. And that's a 65, which will be a drive to center field. And Pearson backing up makes the catch on the warning track. So Kubek gave it a ride to right center field. But playing him perfectly was Pearson, and that retires the side. So no runs, no hits, 1 left. And we move to the top of the 9th inning. Arroyo's in there for his 3rd inning. Wagner, Klazewski's up. Usually I don't like, you know what? I'm not going to let Arroyo go anymore. I'm going to just stop him at 2 innings. I'm going to bring in Coates. Coates is a B. He's another good pitcher Yankees have. He's like my other guy. But we're going to have to pull a double switch because... Ooh, let's see how we can do this. Hold on, let's... We're going to bring in Coates, but I'm trying to see how I can pull a double switch here. Ah, okay. Alright, so we're going to bring in Coates, and so we got to replace, Kubek, or that's a tough one. Tough one. And if this goes into extras, I can't mess around with. I mean, Coates is a main guy. He's my main pitcher. After Arroyo. So I can't just use him for 1 inning. I need to use him at least for 3. If this goes into extra innings, and you never know. So let's see. Do I have another shortstop here? I got who do I got? D. Maestri. I don't even think I have him because the main guy every day is Kubek, D. Maestri. I don't think I have him. Yeah, no, I don't have him at all. Okay, what I can do is pull Skowron for Howard. So I'm going to do that. I'm going to have to do that. So I need a... So Howard's going to come in. He's going to bat 9th. And then Skowron's going to get pulled for the new pitcher, Coates. And that's what we got to do. We got to do what we got to do. I hate to pull Skowron, but what can I say? Howard's got a heck of a car as well, so I'm not going to complain. Elston Howard, he's a beast. He's the beastest from the Eastus. All right. So we got a new pitcher here to face off against Klazewski. His name is Jim Coates. He's a BY. Oh, I got him already. I wrote him in already. I don't have to write him in again. All right, here's Klazewski with a 12, and that's going to be a bouncer to second base. Richardson, easy play. 1 down. Here's Bob's serve. Pitch from Coates, 12, and that's bounced to, again, Richardson. This time to his right, sets his feet and throws out. Serve, 2 outs. And here's pitcher, Tom Morgan. Morgan's gone too. He's an A. I try to keep... so we're going to have a pinch hitter. for the pitcher. And we can use Bilko, Sergeant Bilko. See if I have him available to me. I don't know if he's got to be in the extra players. Sergeant Bilko. Yeah, I don't have Sergeant Bilko. Yep. Alright, so I don't have Sergeant Bilko, so who else? We're going to use... Oh, Averill's a catcher. Oh yeah, I do have Sergeant Bilko. There he is, Humphrey Bilko. I got Throneberry. I got one of the Throneberries. I could use him. Alright, let me use a Throneberry, because the Throneberry's a lefty, even though it doesn't matter, but this game doesn't take that in consideration. But we're going to bring in the lefty Throneberry against Coates, a righty. So let me write that in there. Pinch hitter in the 9th. All right. And here's a pitch from Coates. Throneberry has a 6 at 66. Not a great card. 34, and that's a fly ball. Cannon corner center field. Mantle drifts under it, makes the catch, and that retires the side. 3 up and 3 down. Nobody left. And now we start going the columns. Now in extra innings we start going straight down rather than jumping from inning column to column. We stay in the same column until we fill it out. That's how I do for extra innings. That's why I never run out of space. Clete Boyer. I'm sorry. Yep, Clete Boyer's up, also known as Spike Boyer. New pitcher. Who's that going to be? I don't know who I got. So Throneberry flies out to center field for the 3rd out. And we're going to go with Clevenger. Oh wow, wait a second, Clevenger. Let me see the roster. Los Angeles. No, they don't have Clevenger. Clevenger's on the Yankees. Is it the same Clevenger? Let's check real quick here. Hold on a second. These are the type of things you got to do here. So Clevenger. All right, let's see now. Okay, Tex Clevenger. All right, so I'm going to grab him from the Yankees. He was with this team and he pitched 12 games, 16 innings. So he's coming in here to face off against the Yanks, his future team. So Clevenger's in there, but he's on the Yankees, so I'm going to grab him. I guess he gets traded to the Yankees eventually. And Clevenger is coming in from Morgan, known as Tex. And he is a W. And he'll be facing Kenny Boyer. Here's a pitch from Clevenger, a right-hander. That's a 56 and a 34. What's that going to be? He's a W, remember that, so got to keep that in mind. And that's going to be a, no, he doesn't have a Y, so there's no strikeout there, so it's a pop-up to shortstop. Brickle makes the catch, 1 away. So Boyer pops it up, and here's Elston Howard. Came in on a double switch. He's at first base. Here's a pitch, and that's a 64, which will be a 13. Struck him out. 13s are strikeouts. Unless in modern times you got an R, you could have an R there, but not in these days. Here's Bobby Richardson now with 2 outs. Pitch from Clevenger, a 23, and that is bounced to short. Easy play for Brickle, right on target, and that retires the side. So an easy, super easy inning, and now it's when we start going down the column, and you'll see me start going down this way. Brickle is leading off here in the top of the 10th inning. It's free baseball, my friends. Yes, sirree, free baseball. Okay, we're in the top of the 10th inning. Bottom of the 9th, it was 3 up and 3 down for the Yanks. We're in the top of the 10th. 11 and 12. Let's see how far it gets. It's going to be Fritz Brickle, Wichita, Kansas. And here's a pitch from Coates, Jim Coates. It's a 65, and that is popped up behind the plate. It's Berra makes the catch in foul ground. He's been busy back there. And next is the Sadowski catcher who came in later in the game. Pitch is a 52, and that'll be a bouncer to third. Cleve Boyer fires the first. 2 down. And here is Pearson. Pearson is up. Left-handed hitter. Came in a double switch, playing center field. Pitch, and it's a 61. That's ball 4. So he walks, a 2-out walk allowed by Coates, and that puts the go-ahead run on at first base. Here's Eddie Yost. Going to be playing a Seaver Status Pro game tonight, so look out for that. I think it's his 4th or his 5th start, can't remember. But I have the stats in Stratomatic and on my other desktop. So 2 outs, 1 on, and here's Eddie Yost, and that's going to be a 41. Bounce to short, played by Kubek, over to first, and that retires the side. So no runs, no hits, 1 left, a walk, and that is the 10th inning. So we're going to put that in there, put a 10 in there, and we got the bottom of the 10th. It's going to be Lopez leading it off against Clevenger, Tex Clevenger, who's a W. Pitch 1 inning, had 3 up, 3 down. That's going to be a 35, and that's a 40. 40 is going to be ball 4 for that W. So Lopez is on at first. Be no bunting right now because now we got the heart of the order. Berra's up. Here's a pitch to Berra. Oh, I thought I had a snake eyes, and that's going to be a 38. And column 3, and there goes the runner, unless he's slow, but Lopez is not slow. There he goes, a throw down from Sadowski, and he is safe. Stolen base, so it's a walk and a stolen base. Oh. Jesus. Let's go back one more. So it's a walk, stolen base, and runner in scoring position. They're going to have to walk Berra here because of that. Intentional walk to Berra to pitch to Mickey Mantle. It's a tough one, but you got to put that runner on first base to see if you can get the double play. So we got a roll for Mantle here, and it's a 53, but no, that doesn't count because we walked him. So now Mantle's going to get his roll. And here's a pitch. Oof, and that's going to be a 35 with runners on first and second. And that's a ball 4. That's a W again. So the W is killing Clevenger. And the bases are loaded. And that's what Minnesota's got. I don't know that they have anything better. Let's see. Garver. He's a starter and he's pitching next. So then I got Bowesfield. He's a lefty who's coming up. Maris is a righty, but at this point, no, Maris is a lefty. So I can bring in Bowesfield just to see, and we'll do that. We're going to bring in Bowesfield. Cards are in pretty nice shape. I don't know if you can see them. for a 61 set. What is that? 61 years old. Actually, it's 60 years old because the guy received it in 62, even though it's a 61 season. All right, so here comes Boesfield. He's a C and a Y. Bases are loaded for the Yanks in a 2-2 game. Bringing the lefty to face the lefty, so he'll get a little. Oh, actually, there's no boost in this. I don't think there's a boost here. Back then for splits, I think it's a That's a modern modifier or tweak. All right, so Roger Maris with the bases loaded here in the bottom of the ninth, nobody out. So it's going to be a miracle for the Los Angeles Angels to get out of this, but we'll see what happens. So they're going to bring the infield in and the outfield in, and let's see what happens. All right, so Roger Maris, he could hit a grand slam here. That would be great. His first home run of the season. There's the pitch, and that ball is a 40 with the bases loaded. That's an odd number, and remember they're fielding column 3. Fielding column 3 with a 40. If safe at first on an error, runner advances, and the ball game is over. Ground ball, second base. Aspermonti bobbles it, drops it, and coming home to score is Lopez. And they win it on the error. It's going to be an E4, and the Yankees win it. Let's see, E4, and that's the ball game, folks. The Yankees pull it off 3-2. Coates gets the win. He is 2-0. The loss is going to go to Clevenger. He's going to be 0-1. And it's for the Yanks, 3 runs on 8 hits, 1 error. And for the Angels, 2 runs on 5 hits and 1 error. Yankees improve their record to 4-0. Still have not lost the game. 4-0. And scoring the winning run is Lopez from third base. He walked and then stole second. They gave Berra an intentional walk, and then Clevenger walked Mantle to load the bases, and they brought in Boesfield to induced a infield in ground ball to second base, but the second baseman Aspermonti bobbled it, and coming home to score on the error was Hector Lopez, and the ball game is over. So let's look at the box score quickly before we sign off. Yeah, I just want to see if, yeah, Boesfield. He faced 1 batter, and and that was it. So Boyer hit his first home run of the year, and that was it for the home run department. Nobody else hit a home run. And Yanks, Boyer went 2 for 4. All right, guys, so this is Tony Porter, Cards and Dice TV. This is game 4. We have 1 more game with the Angels, which is the second game of a doubleheader. And that's about it. So keep tuning in to our replay of the 61 season, the race for 61. Let's see. Maris hasn't hit his first home run. Skowron hit 3. Mantle hit 2. Boyer hit 1. Maris hasn't hit a home run yet, and we'll see what happens with that situation. See if that happens. So anyway, remember to join Universal Baseball Association Facebook group. You'll really enjoy it. It's a fun group of guys. Facebook group for guys that hate Facebook groups. And I will see you guys later. Take care.